Hey everybody, it's Josh from Bluegrass Smokehouse. I'm here today with Keverty. We're going to be using the Keverty H1 grill. The best thing about this grill is that we're going to be able to take our chicken, smoke it at first, get a nice hint of smoke into the meat, and then we're going to finish it in classic mode. We're going to raise the temperature a little bit, crisp up the skin. It's going to turn out amazing. Check this out. So first, we take our chicken. We take our chicken rub. This is a traditional chicken rub. It has brown sugar, white sugar, paprika, green herbs, salt, pepper. Traditional. We're gonna add that to the outside of the chicken. Cover it completely. Put it on its back, apply the same rub to the breasts and the wings. We're going to be doing this chicken beer can chicken method. So, we have our beer. Now, we're going to put our chicken onto the beer can. Now what the beer can is going to do is going to help us keep the bird upright, but it's also going to add a little bit of moisture to the inside of the cavity. So while we cook it, all the meat stays tender and juicy and all that great stuff. We have our Keverty set to 275 degrees, perfect for low and slow. We're going to be doing that for 2 hours. And then at the end, when we crank it up to classic mode, we're going to leave it in there for maybe another 45 minutes to make the skin really crispy and tasty. Let's put our water pan in the smoker with some boiling water. You'll notice here that I have a cast iron pan. There's a reason for this. We're going to put the cast iron pan with the boiling water into the Keverty, maybe a couple of lemon cuts, and we're going to let that add vapor and moisture to the smoke, but we're going to put it directly below the chicken to help collect some of the juices. So we're going to be cooking our chicken low and slow at first. What that means is that we're going to be doing it at about 230 degrees Fahrenheit for about 2 hours. Beer can chicken method. That's going to help some of the smoke adhere to the meat, infuse, and also the moisture from the beer can is going to help spread some of that out through the inside as well. First thing we want to do is we want to add our water pan. We're going to be taking a cast iron skillet today, adding a couple of cuts of lemon, and then adding our boiling water. We're going to put this directly below the chicken to help collect some of the juices as it cooks and smokes for the first 2 hours. So what we've done here is we've cut our lemon, put it into the cast iron pan. Now we're adding boiling water. Don't add cold water, it'll just lower the temperature of your smoker. So looking at our temp, we're sitting at about 230 degrees Fahrenheit. Time to add the water pan to get ourselves started. We'll remove the water pan the grill grate closest to the fire. Then we're going to take our cast iron skillet, put it in there, let it get up to temperature, and once it's up to temperature, we're going to add our chicken. All right, so we're going to add our cherry wood directly on top of the coals that we set up in here. We'll have a nice little snake pattern going. Add our cherry wood right on top of that. Try to spread it out a little bit so we get a nice amount of smoke throughout the cook. There we go. Shut that. Shut the door. Once the temperature has returned to about 230 degrees Fahrenheit in low and slow mode, we're going to take our chicken and put it in there. So we'll open up our grill, move our grate to the center position. Our chicken is sitting on the beer can. We're gonna insert it into our H1 on the center rack here. Make sure it's nice and balanced. Right above our water pan. We'll shut the door. So now that we have our chicken in the smoker, we're gonna let it sit there for about 2 hours. After about an hour, we're gonna open it up, take a look, make sure everything's coming along, give it a spray, shut the door, and wait for another hour. So it's been about an hour in the smoker. We're going in low and slow mode with the chicken. We're gonna open it up and take a look to see how we're doing. Probably about time to give it a spray. And let's take a look at that. Ooh, perfect. Okay. All we want to do now is moisten the outside of the meat. Give it a nice good squirt. Then we can return it to the smoker for about another hour or so. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours. Low and slow. We check the temperature and we're looking good. We're gonna take a look at the chicken to see how we're doing. We're gonna measure the temperature and then take it from there. All right. Just getting ready to go through the final phase. We're gonna take it from the low and slow mode up to the classic mode. Gonna make sure it has enough spray on the outside of it, which it does now. We'll check the temperature in the breast to see where we are at. It feels good. Yeah, we're looking at about 155 degrees Fahrenheit right now, which is about the right temperature to turn up the heat. So, put this back in. Try not to knock over our chicken. Shut the door. And we'll take it from low and slow mode, which is about a 1 or a 2 on the chimney. We're just gonna open that up all the way to 3. Open up our vent on the side to about 3 as well. Take it up high, crisp up the skin a little bit. We'll check back in about 30 minutes. We should be good to go. All right, so it's been about 30 minutes. We're gonna take a look at our chicken. Should be ready, but we're gonna check it with the thermometer just to be sure. So we'll open this up, take a look at our bird. Ooh, looking good, looking good, looking good. All right, the survey says we're about 170 degrees, which is perfect for our chicken. Set this down, grab our chicken with the beer can, take it over here and just sort of pull the beer can out. All right, so we've let our chicken rest for about 10 minutes or so. Now we're gonna take out our cast iron pan that had the water and a couple of lemon slices in it. We have a little bit of juice in there that we're gonna add just over the top of the chicken. Close that up. So, let's see how we did. Take a little bit of this juice that we collected. We're right over the top. Oh, that looks great. Perfect. Okay. So, as a recap, what we've done here, we've slow smoked our chicken on the low and slow setting of the Cavity H1 for about 2 hours or so. We got the temperature up to about 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we raised the temperature using the classic mode up to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We left it in there for about 30 minutes at that temperature just to firm up the skin a little bit more, make it nice and crispy, and to give it a nice color. So let's cut in and take a look. Let's turn our chicken over. First, we're going to take off a drumstick. Wow, is that tender. Woo. Set that to the side. 2.5 hours, absolutely perfect. Now that we've finished, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. This looks great. I'm gonna dig into it, give it a shot. Please check out the Kevery Grill's social media pages for more recipes like this. And yeah, let us know what you think when you get a chance. Fantastic.